trinket. Falcon. Veins, like tapeworms. Beauty and rot. Rot in beauty. Yeah, it is super dark. That's why I said I don't know if I'm in the right headspace for this game right now, because I have not been having a good mental day. So, yay! Volume. I think we turn it up a little bit louder. Ooh, accessibility stuff. If there aren't content warnings at the beginning, I know there are on the Steam page, so I'll read over them before we get into it. But I don't think we need them like right before it happens. I think that's fine, as long as we know what to expect in general. Speaking noises enabled. Okay. Here we go. Veins like tapeworms. I can finally get Trinket off my back. Let's go. New game. Chapter 1. Corpse Soup. January 7th. Oh, that's great. Yeah, it doesn't look like some games will have it right at the beginning, so I'll just read the content warning. So, game contains heavy themes of cannibalism, transphobia, gender dysphoria, child abuse, animal abuse, death, animal abuse and death, blood and gore, vomiting, as we just discovered, familicide, body horror, and depression. Full content warning system is provided in both the demo and the full game, and that's the one we just saw where it warns you before it happens, but I don't think that's necessary because we gave it, yeah. I did tell Trinket I was doing it tonight. I have no idea if they're going to be able to make it or not, but I did tell them specifically that I was doing it tonight. I'll send them another message. Yeah, it's gonna be puppies and rainbows, Dora. Oh, yeah, I missed that. God damn it. Life is a Sisyphean hell, that's all I saw. They weren't really sure when they reached their breaking point. If they had to wager a guess, though, it was right around when they watched the cops cart the body out of room 103 last week. If it wasn't then, it was today, when the shithead manager Carl waited for the room to be released from investigation. When all the hubbub died down and Damien was 30 minutes away from clocking out, he'd pulled them aside and said they needed to clean the blood out of 103's tub. I'm not qualified to clean that, Damien told him. People aren't gonna ask, Carl coaxed. Come on, we can't afford a specialist. It's literally a biohazard. Only if it gets inside you. Just be careful. Come on, Damien, please. Is it Demian or Damien? I'm just gonna say Damien. Damien. Do us all a favor. Yeah, fuck you, Carl. Actually, I wonder if I could do a better. Hey, it's Carl from Vegetarian Force. Hey, I wish I could do a better voice. That's the voice I'd use, but I can't, so fuck it. Fuck you, Damien thinks. Yeah, fine, sure. Carl, that killed that. Okay, that's the llamas. It's an Demian. Demian. I wish Trinket were here to answer, but no, they're too busy. Frickety frack. Anyway, don't get them wrong. Demian is handling life decently enough. They already had their earth-shattering, world-ending breakdown last month. The results of that are still visible on Demian. They chopped off so much of the long, dark hair that Maud always gushed about before bleaching and dyeing it as close to white as they could get. The result looked like a toddler got a pair of scissors and a bottle of mustard. Luckily for Demian, it had time to grow in and look a bit less lopsided. Still though, to call it a sloppy hack job would be doing it a favor. And hey, there are perks to having short hair. For one thing, Demian doesn't have to put it in a bun to keep it from dipping into a bathtub full of blood and bleach. They're not sure why the restful night motel is such an allure to those with debts to pay and grudges to settle. Sure, being in the outskirts of Kingsfield Beach's seedy parts means that the guests were going to be a little more colorful than Demian would expect. This, though? This is really something else. It's fucked up is what it is, Demian thinks to himself while he yanked off a black rubber glove. Some average Tom who pissed off the wrong Dick tries to flee to a motel and lay low. Dick finds Tom and kills him to get even, and now poor little Harry has to clean up the mess Tom and Dick left behind. Demian wouldn't mind being in Dick's spot. No! I bet you would. They'll even take being Tom. Oh, Jesus. Dora. They clap a hand over their nose. The good hand, the one that has been wrist deep in bodily fluids, and hold back a gag. The odor permeating through the air is so thick in Damien's nose. It's almost too sweet, but the foul stench of rust is definitely there, just as an undertone. Damien grits their teeth and squeezes their eyes shut. A few heavy breaths through their mouth will get them through the next few minutes, hopefully. This one little thing is all they need to do before they're off work today. Then they can lie down in bed and do their best to forget about it. You can do this, Sal. Don't lose your shit. Clocking out's in sight. Damien sucks in a breath, takes their hand off their mouth, and gets to scrubbing the chipped ceramic. They're finally at the point where the blood is coming off instead of smearing around like dragging a slimy paintbrush on canvas. Soon enough, it'll all collect at the bottom of the tub, and they can set it swirling down the drain. You're all done? Margaret smiles at Damien. Gave us what I was saying. They can feel the nasty sneer behind that grin, even through the niceties Margaret presents herself with. Oh, choices! Am I going to be get out of my face, Damien, or am I going to be fuck you, Damien? Damien. I still like Damien. I know it's not an A, but it's like, I want to keep saying Damien. Anyway, hey, Lemon, how you doing? I picked the fuck you option just for Dora. Oh, piss off. Damien clenches their fist and inhales through their teeth. Yeah, finally, they say without looking up. It would be nice to tell Carl's daughter to fuck off, but Damien can't risk losing their job. Maybe some other day. Like if Damien won the lottery. Or killed someone. Hey, if anybody who's watching me wins the lottery and wants to float me $1 million, I would not say no. I'd just say it. Are you okay? Seeing that would take a toll on anyone. Margaret sighs and looks up at the midnight sky. Thick gray clouds roll in further by the second. It's going to rain or snow soon, and Damien isn't sure which. Fine. Damien relaxes their grip on the cleaning cart's gaudy yellow handle. Nothing I can't deal with anyway. I'll get over it, probably. Alright. Yeah, sure. Margaret breaks eye contact. Damien studies the sky. There are long black streaks in the clouds. Yeah, it's going to snow soon. The stilted silence seems to drag on for hours. No doubt Margaret can tell she's not fooling Damien. She's the first to stop the torment. Well, I gotta get going. I'm gonna miss the bus. Yeah, I'm going to, Damien says. Their stomach is rumbling so damn loud. As soon as they can, they're going into the cities to stock up on some food. Their payment's going to be coming in a few days, so Damien can afford to get a little extra. Rent is pretty much costing an arm and a leg, so any moment where they aren't dipping into their paltry savings is a moment well enjoyed. The two go on their separate ways. Thank God. Any longer, Damien would have... Nope, not going down that path. I'm not going to tempt myself. Miriam. Miriam leans over and calls out a greeting as Damien pushes the glass door open. Her voice is familiar to their ears. Hey, welcome to the Quick Stop shop. I'll be out in a second. Don't get excited, Webster. It's just me. Is Damien's flat response. Excuse me. There's a new lilt in her tone that wasn't there before. Oh, Damien! Hi, how's it going? It's going, I guess. They advance into the store. The lights hanging above Damien and Miriam's heads wash everything in a cold tinge. Colorful, fatty snacks line the shelves to Damien's left. The stench of seafood is especially strong today. Damien swallows the bile rising in the back of their throat. Fresh fish smells like the ocean, and cucumbers is a lie that they've never bought into. Fresh fish, in fact, smells like a swamp on a hot summer day in sheer hatred. I disagree! Today, that hatred is seeping into every corner of the store. That's if you're, like, have bad fish, honestly. Trying to keep their voice steady, Demian asks, did the fish guy come in early or something? Miriam pauses, her brows undoubtedly furrowed, the way it always is when she needs to think. I think so? I just clocked in for the night shift. You'd have to ask Luna tomorrow. She was at the store when we got our deliveries. Oh. A high-pitched mewling punches through the muffled pop music ringing into Damien's ears. They perk up and look around the store. It only takes a few seconds for them to find the culprit. A large cat with orange fur speckled in white spots is curled up tight in a cardboard box. A towel lines the interior. He looks comfortable with his eyes shut and tail twitching upwards. Demian smiles softly and kneels down to pat the top of his head. I guess this guy's happy about it, though, they remark. It's only now that Miriam pokes her head out of the aisle she's been so enraptured with. Thick, mousy hair is tied up into a tight braid, her glasses shining under the store lights. Yeah, he's been chatting up a storm since I clocked in. That's a good sign. It means he's warming up to you guys, they say without looking away from the cat. Don't know if I ever told you this, but I used to have a cat too, just like this one here. Really? Mm-hmm. She didn't know how to meow, so she just kind of screamed, but I thought it was funny. Named her Tabby, short for Tabiska, whatever. Like the hot sauce? You mean Tabasco? Or is there another one that's called Tabiska? Yeah, I don't even like the stuff. It tastes like shit to me. Demian looks over their shoulder and locks gazes with Miriam. I think I asked the same thing last time I played the demo. But Tabiska works as a cat name, so Tabby it is. Aw, it's so cute. Standing up, they go to grab a nearby shopping basket and start to throw ramen packets into it. Demian figures it's a good idea to leave without the part where Pa hit Tabby with a car and didn't tell them. Mentioning to Miriam how they found her buried in the woods days later would probably put a damper on the mood. Gushing on and on about how funny Demian is, Miriam sets down the plastic milk crate filled with canned drinks. While kneeling, she reaches out to pet the cat. I don't think we've all thought of an official name for our little mascot yet, Luna calls him Flip Flop, but I think he's more of a Juice to me. The response is non-committal. Miriam changes the subject instead of letting Demian go. So, by the way, how's work? They already regret striking up a conversation. Tired eyes stay focused on instant meals. TV dinners and cheap noodles churn the stomach, but it's all Demian can afford. I don't think you want to know the answer. Cleaning Guy's blood out of the tub. I'll stay for one more day. I'm going to gut someone. If I stay for one day, I'm going to gut someone. I'm feeling gut someone. It's okay. Demian holds back their real thoughts. Never a dull day there, I guess. Unrelated, but I think I'm gonna pick up a Lucy today. Maybe two. Her plain face contorts into a sympathetic cringe. That bad, huh? Yeah. Demian only smokes after a particularly stressful shift. Honesty. Thank God the back and forth ends soon afterwards. Yes, she did. Damien's already exhausted from dealing with people all day, or like all week if they're being honest. The last thing they need is more insanity before they can go home and sleep. The cashier, a middle-aged woman named Emily, takes a few seconds to lecture Demian on how the shop really shouldn't be selling them loose cigarettes, so they better watch who they tell. Demian bites their tongue to stop themselves from telling Emily to can it and give them the Lucy already. The snow started. There's already a light dusting on the sidewalk, and fat snowflakes drift to the ground. Demian pulls the shoulder of their jacket up further to their neck. They'll probably get something better soon. The zipper on this thing's already busted, so it just hangs off their lanky frame. Hopefully by next week they'll be able to buy a new one. Demian put in extra overtime specifically for the jacket funds. I know, right, Falcon? Leaning back against the shop's brick walls, Demian lights a cigarette and takes a long drag. It tastes awful and doesn't feel great. Still, Demian figures this is the lesser of two evils when compared to what else they could be doing to themselves. They blow the smoke all out into the air. In all honesty, it's peaceful out here. They've never been a big fan of the drab feeling that early January evenings held, but something about this seems different. Good, but different. For a moment, it almost feels like Demian's troubles are far, far behind them. No worries about paying their rent, everyone's leaving them alone, and the gore they washed down 103's drain is an instant memory that felt years old. The shop's door swings open and the illusion is broken. Miriam's boots crunch in the snow. Hey, you shouldn't be out for too long. You'll freeze out here. Frigid winter air bites at Demian's cheeks. The stench of smoke wafts up further into the falling snow. They lower their hand and exhale. Steam clouds puff up in front of thin lips. They tower over her. It's like an inch. Don't give me that, Demian drawls. You know my place doesn't allow smoking. She stares down at her feet. I know, but... But nothing. I can't afford the ass-whooping I'd get. Miriam swallows thick. She clicks her fingernails one against another, looking as if she'd really like to hide within her work uniform. It's too big for her. The poorly tailored dress and apron hang past her hands. Come on, it's cold out. Can't, I told you. I just... don't want you to get hypothermia or anything. She finds it in herself to say. Her cheeks are red. Demian really hopes it's because of the cold, but they know better. Hey, if you ever... never mind. Take care of yourself, alright? Don't pity me. Yeah, sure. Demian finishes their cigarette, snuffs it, and tosses it into a can once they're sure it's out. Suddenly, they really like to be anywhere else but here. See you next week, I guess. Yeah. They turn their back toward Miriam and start walking home. Hey, if you're free anytime soon, I'm on the night shift, so I got free time during the day, so, if you ever want to get a coffee or something? Be seeing you, Webster. They've been beating around the bush regarding whatever feelings Miriam has for them. Demian doesn't think she'd be weird about it, but they've never gotten good results telling people about their asexuality. Don't keep Emily waiting back there. Right. I reproduce through mitosis. Sorry. Demi didn't mean to be so harsh to her. In all honesty, talking to Miriam doesn't make them want to pull themselves out of their skin. They're just... they don't have the words to describe it. She's a bit of a dullard in their opinion. Definitely unobservant as hell. But they wouldn't call her a dick or something. But it'd be weird to turn around and clarify now. With unspoken words on the brain, Demian keeps their head down and walks home. Oh, excuse me. Miriam wasn't kidding. It is cold tonight. The tips of Demian's fingers are already numb by the time they make the trek back to the restful night motel. The black midnight sky only draws their exhausted eye to the neon pink sign hanging in the parking lot. The O is flickering on and off. It's almost pretty, they think. The nasally voice that feels like razors in Demian's brain breaks their concentration. Hey, Demian! Fuck. They look up to see Carl's face twisted in some parody of an apologetic smile. Yeah, what's wrong, sir? Please don't. You of all people know how badly the economy's doing these days. And you're not making it easier. Mm-hmm. Motel's barely making it as it is. Whose fault is that? Oh. So I hope you understand that I might not be able to give you your overtime pay this week. It'll be there next time, I promise. I hope you drown in your own piss. Sure, I can wait. There go the jacket funds. Well, I won't hold you up for long. It's cold out, and I know you want to rest. You don't seem to have been sleeping well lately. Wow, I wonder why. Thank you, sir. See you tomorrow. See ya. They part ways, Demian walking toward the motel with a pounding heart, clenched jaw, and shaking fist. They walk to their room. The walk to their room is familiar. Go up the crumbling concrete stairs, turn left, and head into room 205. Okay, here's the thing. I can't pay you overtime, but hey, I'll give you a couple nights free. Like, if they're renting from there, like, hey, I'll take it out of your rent. Your rent will be lower next month. That to me would be equitable. You know, like free room. Oh. Don't shit where you eat or sleep is a motto Damien has had to tell himself for 4 years. Though in their new arrangement with Carl, eat and sleep are pretty much interchangeable. Oh, I'm sure he'll get his. Next part of the routine. Furious masterpiece. Slot the key. The sticky lock, jiggle around a bit. Wish they had enough money to live anywhere else except the motel. In a weird way, Damien does feel a little bit grateful toward Carl. Even if they were living in one of the more rundown rooms that it was too cheap to fix, it was still a place to sleep on top of their payment. All in cash and under the table, of course. All Damien had to do in exchange was a little more work. Okay, so they do get the... okay. Like cleaning up after a dead body. Step 3. Damien slams their shoulder against the door and cringes at the stings of pain. The lock seems to get worse with the colder weather. Ow. Damien swipes the snow off the doorstep and throws himself at the wood again. It pops open way too easily, sending Damien tumbling to the threadbare carpet. Their ramen bags scatter across the floor. Groaning lowly, Damien sits up and rubs their shoulder. At least it didn't dislocate, but the bones sure hurt like hell. They'd like to lie there for a few hours, unblinking and unmoving, but in the end, Damien slams their door shut and crouches down to pick up their food. The motel room's air conditioner rattles in Damien's ears, drawing the mildewy odors away for another night. Hey, Ager, how you doing? It's fine. It's fine. Nothing broke. Everything's fine. Damien swings the bag of food onto the nightstand. Maybe it'd be nice to have a bath and relax before they eat. Their fingers still feel so unclean, even through the gloves and the cleaning chemicals. The bathroom light buzzes at an uncomfortable volume. Damien pulls the shower curtain back and stares down at the tub. Instead of relief, stress floods their veins. Even if their tub is bleached clean enough to eat from, their mind's eye brings back the memories of crimson sludge and skittering cockroaches slurping at their meal. Nope. Maybe tomorrow. They shut the curtain. Damien turns on the sink to scrub their hands until their fingertips are raw. They look up and stare at the trash bag covering their mirror. It was for their own good, really. Looking at their own reflection only makes them miserable. Ugh. Damien is really thanking their lucky stars they didn't grow up to be a neat freak. Otherwise, they'd be going even more insane than they already are. Wriggling maggots, steaming vomit, and crawling beetles and moldy walls is one thing. But Damien will get over it, like they always do. They have to. If they break down again, who knows what they'll do? Quit? Get fired? Who knows? Shit! Damien grunts through the pain. Looking down, they see the back of their left hand drip with blood. The right one grips the scrubber tight enough to dent the palm. Sighing deep, Damien puts down the brush and runs their hand into the hot water. Stinging sensations fill their fingers. Rivulets of pink flow into the drain, the remnants of watered-down blood leaving its mark on the basin. They've been sighing a lot these days. Damien can't really help it. Sorry, I keep clearing my throat. This happens when I talk a lot. The next few minutes are a bit of a blur. Damien didn't have any bandages, so the best they could do was clean out the abrasion and hope it wouldn't scab up in the meanwhile. After that, dinner consisted of a plastic cup of noodles made in the motel microwave. All the nights of ramen as their meals are probably going to come and bite Damien in the ass one of these days, but they're too tired to care. Besides, they can mask the plasticky flavors with stronger seasonings. Excuse me. They're gonna get gout. It's all the sodium. Damn. Damien whistles to himself while staring out the window. The snow is growing more and more intense by the minute. As much as they hate this place, Damien's glad they aren't on the streets anymore. Nights like these would be nothing short of misery. But hey, they have a roof over their head and a stable job. A leaky roof and a soul-sucking job, but still a roof and a job. So maybe it isn't that bad here. Any and all good feelings Damien might have been collecting are evaporated the moment the music starts. It's loud, thumping, and startles the ever-loving shit out of them. Damien jolts. The ramen slips out of their hands. Fuck! Orange broth spills across the table onto the floor and splashes into their scratched hand. Leaping up to their feet and knocking over a plastic chair, Demian does their best to clean up the mess, grumbling to themselves the whole way. Their hand hurts so bad. Mixtures of the heat and the seasoning only irritate the raw skin. Their gaze turns upwards, towards the wall they share with the music-blasting neighbor. At least Demian has the decency to wear headphones when they want to play music so loud it makes their bones rattle. Shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up, for the love of fucking God, shut that music off! The urge to go and give a piece of their mind grows deeper. Confront. You can do it, Demian. Demian, I believe. Fuck it. Demian can't do this anymore. Demian doesn't even trash the noodle cup. If they listen to this bullshit any longer, they're going to go insane. Slinging their jacket back over their shoulders, Demian clutches their motel key and stumps outside. Turning their heel, they head to the door directly to the left of their motel room. The thin plastic is practically shaking. The rusting decal announcing which room it is could fall off at any second. Hey! Hey! Demian screams. Their hollers are drowned out into a whisper. Biting the inside of their mouth, Demian bangs on the door again. Turn down the music! Some of us are trying to sleep! Pressing their ear against the side of the door only gives Demian a headache. All they can hear are teeth-chattering bass and screaming lyrics. No sign of life. They write a nasty letter to lower the volume and slide it under the door if they had a pen and paper. Pinching the bridge of their nose, they pull away and try to peer through the curtains. No movement. It's pointless, isn't it? Not like whoever's in there could hear or care. Demian's got to learn to pick better battles anyway. New priority, food. Cheese curls would make a decent replacement for a dinner right about now. The vending machine near the lobby still sort of worked. I've had that saved Demian's ass quite a few times before. Get their attention. Fat snowflakes keep on falling. Adjust the concrete, the vending machine, even the short curls of Demian's hair. I don't know if you guys can still hear, but the music, it's still going, but it's just very quiet now. That's actually really good sound design. They pull up their jacket's hood around their neck and kick the side of the machine again. Come on already. God, they can still hear the music. It's faint, but undoubtedly there. They spent some of their dwindling cash on these cheese curls. It's a very cool detail, yeah. And by God, they're going to get those cheese curls. It's all they're going to have to eat tonight anyway. Demian portioned out their ramen to last until the next paycheck. Taking any extra would lead to them needing to skip a meal at some point. Come on, get it! Demian kicks the machine for the third time. The bag is stuck in the middle, in the inner spiral. It wobbles, crinkles, and flops forward, but it won't fall. Come on! Why are they getting so frantic? Are they about to have another breakdown? Demian hopes not. They can't afford it. They can't afford to quit their stupid job of cleaning up shit and blood and piss and sweat-drenched mattresses. If they do, they'll lose their roach-filled room and their revolving door of awful neighbors. And if they do that, there's no way in hell they'll be able to achieve that dream of working until they die instead of doing something meaningful with their life like they really wanted. And Demian can't have that, can they? Demian needs to be cog in the machine because there's no spot for spiteful and hateful assholes who wanted to make music of their own, actually do something with their life instead of cleaning the filth of these pieces of shit over and over without any respite until they kick their miserable bucket in. Oops, wrong button. Wrong button. I can't fucking do this anymore. Demian kicks the machine with a hard weep. There's not even a dent in the side. The cheese curls finally drop out of the slot. It's an insult at this point. Demian kneels in front of the machine and shoves their face into their hands. They hate the sobbing that bursts from their throat. They already went through this last month. There's no reason to be blubbering all over again. It's humiliating. It's not about the cheese curls, but it sure was the last straw. The tears burn down their cheeks. It feels like acid. Demian Zhao, 22 years old, is on the fast track to waste their entire life away. How do you think I fucking feel? Christopher Hawkins, 44 years old, is on the fast track to waste the entire... Yeah, that's me! Just worthless. And instead of trying to fix it, they're bawling over their fate like some helpless baby. Damien's pretty sure they would have been crying in the snow for a good 15 minutes if the sound of puking didn't snap them out of it. They scrambled to their feet quickly, scrubbing their face of any tear stains and sniffing the snot back in. The gurgling is faint on the ears, but there's no way to ignore it. They don't approach out of the goodness in their heart. If someone's spewing their guts in this building's vicinity, Damien's the one who has to clean it. It's just easier to scrub off fresh vomit instead of leaving it overnight. Rounding a corner, they come face to face with a woman doubled over and barfing into the building's dumpster. "Hey," they say, voice steady but unsure. "Hey, you good?" She's puking a lot. Damien tries to get her attention again. "Dude, hey, dude?" The barfing ceases, hopefully permanently, they think, and the woman snaps her head up. Wide eyes behind crooked glasses peer right at them. Thick hair sticks to her face. Even in the dead of winter, she's sweating. It's so bad that the shimmer of the neon sign hanging above the hotel is reflected on her temple. Wood. The look in her eyes is indescribable. It's not the kind of look that any human would reasonably give to someone. Hey, yeah! Instincts kick in. This woman looks like she's barely pushing past 5 feet. Her legs dangle a good length off the ground. They can't get a decent gauge on her build underneath the oversized sweater, but Damien thinks they could take her on in self-defense if needed. Your teeth. Trinket! That's what you get for not being here when I needed you. How do you pronounce their name? Is it Damien or Demian? Base, look what you did. I'm victim blaming now. They're definitely underweight themselves, but they were more than 6 feet. Demian. Okay, so goddammit, Quiz was right. Demian. They could just give her a jab in the neck and run, right? She's silent. Very silent. Demian can't even hear her breathing. Quiz. She's going through the motions. Her shoulders and chest rise and fall like expected. The sound of her gasping falls just short of Damien's ear. They take a step back. Why do their hands become so clammy? A thrashing heartbeat brings pain to Demien's chest. Her gaze feels wrong. That's the only way Damien can describe it. Wrong. As if she's looking past them, past their skin and into their bones. Please don't look for me. Damien snaps out of their unsettled stupor. Huh? I don't want it anymore. Please. Her voice is hoarse and low. I don't want it anymore, please. Don't bring it back. I just want to rest. Damien would be lying if they implied they understood what the fuck she was on about. What is that voice? Are you drunk? She doesn't respond. Fallout. I'm a Fallout ghoul. Yeah, I like rats. They're great. I'm sorry. I just want to break down myself. I'm sorry. Anyway. Before Damien can stop her, she drops to the ground and takes off running. Stumbling, more like it. Yeah, definitely drunk. She didn't lunge at Damien or make any threats, but their unease doesn't lighten. Something's wrong. Damien looks towards the dumpster. Murmuring drifts up from the cold metal. The more Damien strains their ears, the clearer it becomes in their mind. As if a voice was cooing directly into the folds of their brain, in a warm embrace made to lure. Whatever is in there is not just the result of a drunkard emptying her stomach. I can sense your pain, your anguish. I feel the whispers of a broken heart clinging to life. Your strength sapped away by those who have wronged you. But I can repair you. Or should I give it a, I can gift you the strength of a god. Together we can lash out against all those who have hurt you in kind. Hurt you in kind. Come. And all you have to do is let me in. Yeah, no. Demian's not.
Stop it. Get some help.
They're not dealing with whatever the hell she went through. Cryptic warnings are bad enough. Demian isn't taking the chance of learning what letting it in means. Carl can take a gander tomorrow if he's so keen. Fuck this. They shove their hands deep in their pockets and plod off to get their cheese curls. Piece of slop at the same time. The night drags on in a dull way. Truth be told, by the middle of tomorrow, Demian had completely forgotten their little encounter. The next Demian thinks of it, a month has passed. They're stewing over the concept of Valentine's Day again when the TV plopped on their dresser starts to speak of a new serial killer in their city. They look up from their noodles and raise the volume. The reporter is a somber man about Demian's age. The fleeting wish of sitting in his spot glimmers in their head. Cops are befuddled at the sight of the corpses. To be fair, Demian doesn't blame them. The state of the bodies was gruesome. Far worse than local news reports would be allowed to show off. Demian had to find the details online. Stomachs flayed open, organs devoured, arteries pulled up. It's gruesome, yes, but Demian can't deny that it looks beautiful in a fucked up kind of way. It reminds them of flowers blooming with flesh and veins acting as petals and vines. Sort of chef distant VLT. There's no rhyme or reason to the killings. It's like someone grew bored and started to raise down whoever crossed paths first. The question that's on the reporter's mind is clear. Who could do something like this and why? Demian has the strangest feeling they know what happened. The question on their own mind lingers for an uncomfortable while. What if that was me? Whoever this killer is, they sure seem to be living free and happy. Wouldn't that be something, they say while shoveling more shitty noodles down their throat. There we go, we finally streamed it, yay! Okay, I'm actually not gonna watch the credits because we have not. That's just one ending. Although I probably fucked up because you have to probably have the credits go all the way through to get like a gallery unlock, don't I? I just thought about that. Definitely the true end. God damn, did I seriously? Okay, fine. We gotta sit through it again. As soon as I did that, I had a feeling like, wait a minute. But I can't skip now. I can skip this way. Haha. I like, see, the problem is I like seeing the credits when I'm done with an actual ending. Like I'm done with the game, but yeah. Yeah, we'll just zoom, doom, 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 doom. Alright, fine. This is how you get credit multiple times. The Crazy Stu was a pre-writer? Wow, that's amazing! I didn't know you were Tell us, Crazy Stu, what was it like working on veins like Tapeworm? That's so awesome. I wish I knew who the actual dev was. That's so cool. I can at least eat a cookie while I'm waiting. Where are my cookies? There's cookies. Okay, yeah. Throwing tomatoes at Hawk. Thank you for playing like that. Of course, I missed an achievement. There are. Ending 1, parallels. Oh, what? Partial transcript of an interview between Sophia Choi and private investigator Irving Altair de Barthel has been discovered. Would you like to read it? Sure. Oh, so how do I pronounce Demian's last name? Is it Zhao or is it Zhao? Redacted. It's her! I swear I didn't know. You have to believe me. I didn't know it would bond to anyone else. I thought it was just me. Miss Choi, Please don't think for a second I'm placing my blame upon you. Truly, I am not. I called you here because, as the being's penultimate host, you would have the vital information about it that could prove integral to my investigation. I really promise I didn't do it on purpose. I didn't want to hurt anyone with it. I got rid of it because I was scared. I know you had no intention of harm. Your swiftness in expelling the being supports all of your claims. Can you tell me more about your duration with it? I only had it for a week, I think, and I feel like I was tricked, or I wasn't myself when I reached out, because I'm always good at keeping myself out of danger. But its voice was just so beautiful. I felt like I had to reach out, and no wasn't an answer. Okay. Keep an eye on the chair in front of Sophie in the reflection. I was so sick all the time, and it was so hungry. I lost my appetite, but it didn't. It wanted to eat non-stop, so it could rebuild itself and bloom. There's nothing. Could you... Oh! Oh! He's sitting across that... Bitch! Are we getting interviewed by... Is this an interview with a vampire? Hot damn! Could you elaborate on this blooming concept? It didn't tell me. I tried to ask it so many times, but I kept dancing around the question. It just said blooming was a beautiful thing and that I shouldn't be scared of it. I couldn't shake the feeling I would die if it bloomed, so I threw it up in a motel's dumpster. Lemonade. Do you remember the name of this motel? No. It was really late and its sign was half broken. I wanted to go home and sleep. I was tired and hungry. I felt like I'd pass out at any second. This case that you're talking about? I think I talked to someone there. A worker, maybe. I don't really remember.
Another has risen to join the flock.
Anonymous gifter, thank you so much for that gift sub to Aggie. Really appreciate that. Do you think... Was it that guy? The new killer? Do you think that worker is... I'm sorry. I'm not at liberty to tell you otherwise. Oh, right. Yeah, I thought, like, is she in a different room? Or, like, how's this work? Yeah, oh. What do you mean about the beauty of this creature's voice? Why were you unable to look away from it? I don't really know how to explain it. You really have to be there yourself to properly understand, but it's like... Its voice is in your head. When it talks to you, it doesn't go through your ears. You're already thinking over what it's telling you. The more I listened, the more I fell into its trap. When I say it out loud like this, I know how spineless I sound, but when I was there, I felt like I was connected to it. Like it was a part of me. These spoilers. When someone's talking to your mind and telling you how much you need it, you listen. You have to. And by the time you realize what's happened, it's already in your brain. I see. You don't believe me, do you? Don't take my silence as doubt, Miss Choi. I want to hear as much as you're willing to share. I would just like to thank you again for your cooperation. You've been a tremendous help. Please don't tell my dad or Peyton about this. I mean, they don't know any of it, and I don't want to worry them. I understand. This conversation will stay entirely between the two of us. I just wish This file is corrupted and cannot be opened. Recovering voice memo. She looks familiar, but I don't know what she's from. She's not... Like, Miriam was, No Time for Mercy. Fuck, what was the other games that Trinkets I played? I did No Time for Mercy. Really liked that one, like, a lot. Voice memo recovered. Playing. But that was Miriam. Wait, what? I thought... Am I just an idiot? Hold up a goddamn minute. Why did I think? Oh my god, because it's Baltic convenience store, so I'm just a fucking idiot. Oh, cool. You're just bringing back another character, because it's been... How long ago did I play this fucking game? A long time. 2 years ago. So I forgot shit. God damn it. Her name's Victoria in this game. And her friend is Naomi. So who is this bitch? Who's Sophie Choi? What are your other... Wait. What are some... Hold on. I'm losing my goddamn mind. Why am I not following you? Weird. I remember playing Fawning Over a Corpse. I played Desperation. I have yet to play I Want to Woo the Handsome Great Chief of Northern Meldrick. Maybe one day. But okay, so I have no idea who Sophie Choi is. Just scroll through. Oh my god. Now I gotta. Where is. I just. It's not closed. But okay. No Time for Mercy. Credits press kit. General content warnings about the developer. That's not it. Characters. Victoria, Naomi, Elaine. Just Naomi, Victoria, and Elaine. Those are the only three I see. And this mean like in the actual like game itself. Okay, hold on. You know what? This is all part of the game. Don't worry. This makes sense. It's okay. Because we're going down a rabbit hole, people. We're going down a goddamn rabbit hole. Hold up. Okay. Hold up a second. Oh boy, tangent time! Is it? I don't think I could play 2 RPG Maker games at once, can I? Oh, god damn it, fine. We'll do, okay. After speaking to Miss Choi for the rest of our allocate allotted time, I have come to learn a lot more about the flowering being that could prove fruitful in my investigation. Despite that, I am left with more questions than I had started with. Miss Choi's testimony aligns with what I've gathered so far, including her mention of the Restful Night Motel. Wow. Though I've yet to receive the security footage I requested from its owner, I believe I've already questioned the worker she had mentioned. A strange fellow by the name of Demian Zhao. Okay, how do I say that? Is that Zhao or Zhao? I asked you, but you didn't answer me. Or you answered me and I didn't see it. Their manner of speaking was crude, to say the least. Regardless, I have no reason to believe their interaction with her or the being extended beyond what Miss Choi remembered. Quite frankly, this case is far beyond my usual realm of expertise. I do not deal in the realms of flower gods or extraterrestrial beings. I specialize in demonics and unholy forces, the entities that lurk below our feet, not above. Once again, I find my ire directed toward our dear mayor, Edgar Hawthorne. God forbid he utilizes Kingsfield's police department. Why should he use our tax dollars for their intended purpose when he can hand the case off directly to me? He'd rather line his pockets than let me carry out my intended job. I clearly don't have enough to deal with as of late, of course. That being said, I simply cannot turn my back and let the authorities handle it. If nothing else, Miss Choi's testimony has resonated with me in a way that many other cases simply fail to replicate. Perhaps it was the guilt in her voice while recording her memories of the being. The way she spoke of its allure reminds me of when I was once human and fell to Leora's deceit. I know her shame all too well. Knowing the incompetence of Kingsfield's detectives, Miss Choi's testimony would be simply swept under the rug. Her encounter would become part of another statistic. Thus, I find myself once again consumed in my entirety by an otherworldly being. But make no mistake. I'm not doing this for our mayor, nor am I partaking in this investigation to rid the serial killer that would stain Kingsfield's reputation. This is entirely for Miss Choi. End of voice memo. Okay, let's go back and make a different choice. After I quit and see real quick here. Spooktober Visual Novel Jam 2023. Hey Phoenix, how you doing? God damn it. How do I see the character cards if I haven't beat it? Like, I mean, I beat it, but I didn't save the save, so... Is it bonus? Yeah, we did all that. Trinket, it's been 2 fucking years. I don't have the save files anymore. Plus, I 100%ed this when I was done. God, fake fan. Yeah, just send me the. Oh my god. Oh my good god. Wait, no, it's it's because he saw something as I was playing Veins Like Tapeworms, and I was like, "Wait, who is that?" And they're like, "Oh wait, don't you recognize who that is?" I'm like, "No." So now it's being all like, ah. Choi twin? She's a twin? What? Appearance day 4. Often referred to as Sophie by her peers, Sophia is much more introverted and closed off than her younger sister, Peyton. She currently home for summer break after getting accepted in the university. She seems to be only less than a positive opinion about it. Oh my god, how did I completely forget about her? She was just like a little side character, wasn't she? Oh my god. I love your games to my memory. It's also been like 2 or 3 years, okay? Seriously. Like 2023? I'm supposed to remember something from 2023? What is the first game? How did I actually fucking meet you, Trinket? I'm trying to remember. Jesus. It's still one of my favorite RPG Maker games. I'll be solid about that, but yeah, I don't even know. I can't remember how I met you. Trinket Hawk lore unlock. With their goals, you won't get a guaranteed hit, but they're like, oh, okay, interesting. All right, let's continue and actually see what happens when we give in to the rot. Yeah, oh, that's right. Yeah, yeah. Phoenix just showed up one day and never left. Oh my god, right. That's the first game of yours I streamed, was that demo. I think so, Phoenix. Yeah, that one was a good one. Okay, anyway, back to this game. Let's focus. Look inwards. It sounds beautiful. Just one little peek couldn't hurt. Yes, I love this read. Read, fucker! You can scare the shit. Oh, wow, it's very... Right. Demian stands on their tiptoes and leans in. They'll only take one look and back away if it's dangerous. A look doesn't hurt. A look can't ruin their life. A word could, but not a look. Once that give yourself to me, become one with me. Let our hearts beat together. Our hearts and minds must be one. Won't you join me? We can be free together. You don't have to feel this pain. We just need to bloom. Lying on top of the trash is a thick coating of dark slime. Phoenix! It has a strange tint to it. The best comparison Demian had was the color of needles on evergreen trees. There's none of the luster that the leaves flaunted. If anything, this theme seemed to defy the laws of physics. It's because it is. Any and all light that would illuminate its mass simply seemed to vanish before it could hit the shivering ooze. Holy shit, Demian exhales. It's breathing. Tendrils of its slime inch forward before pulling back. Do you better get over which one? Yeah, pretty much. Like, a lot of you guys just kind of came out of nowhere and you just stuck around, and I love that. I'll get more water in a minute. It brings Demian back to the days when they were little and watching the waves on the beach. It's like a little piece of the ocean, corrupted and plopped down in the slums of this wretched city. Echoed promises fill their vapid little head. Aquarian I met through Warcraft. Ages ago. Long before I was streaming. I met... His name was Dan, right? One William years ago. yeah, you followed Jane. I remember that, Falcon. Yeah, I met Dan first, and then you were a package deal at the time before you guys broke up. But yeah, it was all through WoW. That's cool, Grace. Sorry, I'm getting distracted. Sorry. Oh yes, right. I forgot you guys were married. My bad. My apologies. Echo, its voice is heavily, mesmerizing even. It pulsates, resonating with their very core, as if it wants to be a part of them. No, not that it wants to be. It is a part of them. It's a part of Demian that's been separated from them since the day they were born. All that's happening now is an inevitable reunion. Then we could sit here listening to wow. All this have to yes, that's right. Yeah, I think so. It's probably been one of Jade's games. That's why they've always felt so empty and incomplete. Because they were never whole. But they will be now. Lured closer and closer towards it, Demian can't even help himself. Reaching out, bony fingers brushing against the creature to feel the purring of its heartbeat against Demian's fingertips. It clamps on tight. Oh shit! Bad choice, Xiao. Okay, have you answered me about how to say this? Oh my god. I keep asking and then I keep reading and I keep getting distracted. The trance is shattered. What the fuck were they thinking? This isn't a part of them. It didn't whisper about the powers of a god. Whatever it is was so awful it made the girl sick. Conic demon rock god. That couldn't have been their own idea. Demian's smarter than that. It's already too late to rectify their error. They yank their hand out of the dumpster. The force of which they pull back sends Demian tumbling to the ground. The fluffy snow does nothing to break their fall. The creature's latched onto their hand, now sent from its metal prison into the world. Demian tries to fling it off and then pry it away from their hands. Nothing helps. It only gets worse. Sprung into motion, the monster crawls up their skin. It doesn't stop. It doesn't slow down. It doesn't even hesitate. Get it off, get it off, get away from me! There's a voice in Demian's head that is not their own. Bloom. Need to bloom. Bloom and set free. It won't stop. Nothing Demian can do makes it stop. It's upon their throat in the blink of an eye. Unpleasant sensations sink through the panic that dulls Demian's pain. Prickling skin is what alerts them to the tightness around the thin neck. The windpipe squeezes shut. It's as if Demian is a mere observer in their own body. Demian tries to gasp for air, sort of pop a nurgle. The mouth is forced open by the creature. Throat and nostrils are filled with the squirming maggots, melted and swirled together into barely conscious mucus. Invading, swarming, sprouting. Eyes wide, screaming silenced. Roots under their skin, wrapping around bones. Muscle fusing with tendrils. Heartbeats thumping, vision fading. Thoughts slurring and dimming. Become one with me.